All right, Michelle, the Warriors have themselves quite the challenge. They're banged up, and they're playing against a terrific Toronto team. And despite a masterpiece from Steph Curry in Game 3, they find themselves trailing 2-1. But a couple of those injuries will return tonight here in Game 4 as we get set for more drama in the NBA Finals.
Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you may be.
Herzlich willkommen zu den
NBA 总决赛。
It all comes down to this.
We fight! Let's go!
I can't even hear right now. The crowd is going wild.
For the 1989 Bad Boys.
Larry Bird follows his own shots.
Green shake.
The sky is off the charts. You are watching what greatness is all about. A spectacular move by Short. 2 seconds. 1 second. West throws it up. Allen from downtown.
And how sweet it must be for those Bay Area fans.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala. Oh, blocked by James. Listen, this is for you. It's gonna be all over. Get the champagne ready, baby. Back to back. Anything's possible.
Oracle Arena opened way back in 1966, the oldest arena in the NBA. It's been such a staple in the Oakland community for generations of Warrior fans and the home to so many wonderful NBA memories. A Golden State loss tonight, however, could mean it's the final NBA game played in this charmingly weathered building. But the two-time defending champs want to say not so fast. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Coming in, the Warriors look vulnerable. They're banged up, and they're playing against a talented and very confident Toronto Raptors team. But the good news for the Warriors, they've got some key players coming back from injury. So let's get right to it and get the latest from Doris Burke.
Mike, after being ruled out for the remainder of the series with a chest injury, Kevon Looney himself went to the Golden State Warriors and begged them to get a second opinion. Multiple specialists came in, consulted, looked at Looney and said, you are ready to go, so he will get run tonight for the Golden State Warriors. As for Klay Thompson, I talked to Dr. Rick Celebrini, who said we are quite comfortable with where he is physically relative to that injured hamstring. He said the only thing I'll be looking for is whether there's any tentativeness or compensation. Other than that, he is good to go. This is a self-described stoic. I think he's anything but tonight in his return, Mike.
Well, finally some good injury news for the Warriors, Doris, as we welcome in Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. Obviously, you saw in Game 3 how badly they missed Klay Thompson. They've missed Kevon Looney, especially, Mark, on the defensive end.
And Klay Thompson is a great defender, but he is not the answer to the problems. Their problems are individually and collectively. They've been poor defensively against this Raptor team. Look at the transition defense, leaving Kyle Lowry wide open for a mid-range jump shot. Lack of communication. How about pick and roll defense? Awful. Marc Gasol dives down the middle of their defense, finishes at the rim. How about help defense? Look at the arm help from Andre Iguodala. That's not going to get it done. This Raptor team has had its way in 5 games against the Warriors this season, averaging 118 per game. They've got to be better, and it doesn't just mean Klay Thompson.
No, but with Thompson and Looney back, their depth and their defense should be better. But they've got to score more efficiently, particularly their front court. If you look, Curry had a historic game, obviously, but the other starters, only 36 points. Their front court has to come through. Iguodala, Green, and Cousins have to give him some relief.
But regardless of who played for Golden State in Game 3, Toronto played a terrific game, a total team effort. This is our Domino's pregame HQ. Of course, as usual, they were led by the stoic star, Kawhi Leonard.
Well, to win playoff games on the road, you need that guy who can create plays for his teammates. And Kawhi Leonard is that guy here in transition, drawing the second defender and getting Danny Green wide open three-point shots. And then you've got to be able to score in different ways. He's gotten to the free throw line 13 times a game, and he's a great rebounder. Here, pursuing the ball, creating a second shot three-point shooter. He has done it in every facet offensively.
And in the games they've won, it hasn't just been a one-man band. It's been an entire band. And you talk about the presence of the other guys adding to what Kawhi Leonard brings to the table. 106 points collectively by the starters of the Raptors. That means by committee. Lowry, Green, Siakam, Gasol. If I'm Nick Nurse, don't tease me, fellas. Bring that same energy, effort, and enthusiasm on the offensive end tonight.
The Raptors are rolling right now, and their fans can't wait to see them in Game 5. They'll be cheering long distance tonight here at Game 4, of course, from Jurassic Park. Toronto 6-1 in their last 7 games. They've been beautifully, meanwhile, giving the Warriors in desperation mode. Steph Curry was brilliant in Game 3, but without his backcourt mate, Warriors simply didn't have enough. Can they recover and tie things up, or will Toronto take control? This presentation of the finals continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
The 2019 NBA Finals on ABC is presented by YouTube TV. Watch the NBA Finals and over 70 channels of your favorite live shows, news, and sports. YouTube TV. Try it now. And in part by the uncompromising Cadillac SUVs.
It's the Toronto Raptors and Golden State Warriors as we welcome you to the NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV. Tip-off right around the corner. Let's listen to Nick Nurse and his instructions before the team got on the floor.
Communication is going to be great tonight. Get your defense set up. It's huge tonight, okay? Play with incredible composure. 48 minutes together. Hell of an effort. Outwork them. Put yourselves in position to win the game. More effort than they give for 48. All right, let's go.
Tonight's starting lineups delivered by Taco Bell. And pretty much the same from Game 3, except one notable exception. Klay Thompson back in the lineup, missed Game 3 with a hamstring injury, and hoping to give the Warriors a big boost as they look to tie this series up tonight before it heads back to Toronto. Boy, you've been in this building a lot over the last 5 years. This is one of the loudest we've ever heard it before the start of a game.
I call it a sense of urgency. The Raptors have put this team and this crowd on their heels, and they understand this is a must-win situation.
And again, perhaps a little more emotional for the Warriors and their fans, knowing that this is the final season at this building.